Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So it is everyone's lucky day because I'm gonna upload a twofer tonight. So that's two videos I'm gonna be uploading tonight. I previously made that speculation video and I was really unsure if I should upload it or not because speculation isn't really my thing. I try to stay away from it because you're speculating, you're taking a total guess, and I I really like things to be a little bit more solid than that. But in the area of new content, what's coming out, we don't know what's coming out. We're not getting any new content right now. I mean, I think we're out stuck on the third day of domination, and it's horrible. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and upload that video. But I want to make this other video because it's something that I've been hearing from a lot of people that are mid level mid 40s. And it's a really good idea, but it is very dependent where you are in the game, what you are trying to get to, and to see if it works for you. So keep that in mind. This doesn't, I don't think this applies to everyone, no matter where you are in the game. It might, just from my perspective, for me personally, I'm still trying to figure out if it's good for me right now. As you guys can see, I did get the USS Enterprise. I am loving the ship a lot. It is just, a ton of fun. It definitely took me some time. It took me a lot of my YouTube dollars to pay for. So I would say you can definitely grind it out. I got really impatient. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go for it. And I did. But it was a pretty penny, to say the least. I will not say how much I spent on it, but it's a lot more than what you're thinking, probably. So, with that being said, I'll also do some test runs if some people want to see what the Enterprise is capable of in PvP or PvE. But today's video is about crew. And let me just go pull up crew here. So, right now, I'm kind of in the stage where I really need my purples and blues to move up their tiers. And of course, it is a really difficult thing. I have bought so many Federation faction packs, and I'm still not where I want to be with my crew. If we take a look at Khan, he's a really good example. Really great officer. I would love to use him, but he's tier 1. And he's only about halfway to tier 2. He's an example. Sharvnik. She's another one. She's a really good crew member to have in my crew loadouts, the many that I use. Thanks to all the players' feedback that have been helping me with the crew loadouts for the Enterprise. And big shout out to Turles or Turles from Server 32. He's been amazing on engaging on the Discord server, helping people with crew setups, especially mine. So I really do appreciate him for that. But she is one that she's tier 1. She's almost at tier 2. She's getting pretty close. Alexander Marcus. I do have him at tier 2, and he is about 25% of the way to tier 3. Now keep in mind, a lot of these crew, when people post crew setups, their crew members are basic tiers are tier 3, typically tier 4. Really advanced, spending a lot of money would be, tier 5 max. Yuki, she is going to play into so many crew setups, but not at tier 2. I need her at the base of tier 3, definitely tier 4. You can definitely play with Zhou in there. I got him at tier 2. So, as you guys can see, a lot of the crew that I have are great. They're just not the right tiers. With the exception, I do want to show you guys this. So most of you know that my Spock is max tier. It took a lot of money to do that. So he is definitely beneficial, but I really don't need him for the Enterprise anymore, which is the main ship that I use. And actually, let me go over here to Cadet Uhura, or not Cadet, Rare Uhura. I would really like to take her up because inside my ship with Prime Officers, it's like 11k right now. So if I maxed her up, she'd be like 24k in power, adding that to my ship. However, the amount of credits I need to tier her up to her final tier is 11,500. And she's going to be taking 2 engineering badges. Now, that's not a big deal for me right now, but eventually it will. And as you can see, I only have 3,500 Federation faction credits because I just got done spending 180,000 on the Enterprise. And there is one more, and she's one that is going to go up fairly soon, probably in the next day or so, which is T'Pring. You know, the ultimate miner you want. She does so much for definitely your miners when you're out mining or when you're out raiding. This will get increased from 200%, possibly 300%. I'm not sure what that number is going to be. But as you can see, she's only 4,800 credits to tier up and 2 command badges. So she's definitely going to go up there and probably use a lot of that crew XP. So I have those 2 that are maxed, or I'm sorry, those 3 that are maxed. And I actually just got Pike. And he's sitting at tier 1. So what a lot of players are telling me is go into your faction store and buy your recruits. Spend all of your units on faction recruits. You know, there's different tiers of them that gets you more packs and that they are less credits and whatnot. Because what is going on is you want to max your Federation factions. So it doesn't really matter. I wish this was sick. So you're looking at a Federation faction, you're looking to max Bones, Spock, Uhura, and Kirk. Those are the big ones, and I'll get to why in a minute. And for Klingons, it's Krilla, Azapatur, Chang, and Gorkin. And for Romulans, it's Livis, Kumak, Vimet, and Nero. The reason why the greens don't come into play at all is because when you're done maxing them, all you do is you get a very small amount of crew experience. However, for the purples and blues, you get these. So you get these little transporter patterns, and depending on the rarity, you get more or you get less. So as you can see, right now I can only get 2 shards of Kirk because every shard is 1,000. So it's not that much. I'm not really using it until I'm at that point where I'm like, oh my god, I need 1 shard. Then I'll go ahead and use on whomever I want, which would probably be Khan, Pike, Marcus, Sarvanek, King, Nero, Gorkin, or Kirk. And that's the thing is, if you keep buying those faction packs, you can get those first 3 officers maxed. Now, you are going to be spending a lot of faction credits to get to that point. Every day, it's going to be a ton of faction credits you're going to be spending. So you kind of have to be in this mindset of, am I saving up for any Federation, any faction ships? If you're not, then you want to go into your faction store and say, Am I saving up for anything in here whatsoever? And so for me, this has been the predicament I've been in. I'm at 11.9 million Federation faction. I want to start building up my Romulan faction. But if I do that, I have to stop running the Federation dailies, which means I'm going to stop getting those credits. That is the very tough thing, because for the Romulan side, I have 36,000 credits, and the Augur is going to be 180,000. So that's another thing that I'm thinking about. Now, if this was Klingon, it would be a no-brainer. The D4 is definitely not something I would be saving up for. I think if I ran armadas and got blueprints that way, that's one thing. Or if I was farming the blueprints, I don't think I would actually go out of my way to buy a D4. So if this was a situation where, I had this opened, which is what I'm trying to get to, then I would definitely go ahead and spend these credits on faction recruit packs for the Klingon faction, because my Gorkin definitely needs some tiers to it. So it really depends on what you're going to do. I just wanted to relay that information from those people that they are recommending that. And I highly recommend it, because the more that you have mechs, the more transporter patterns you're going to have. So the more single shards you'll be able to pull up for free. So it's one thing to keep in mind. I'm on the fence of it myself. So it's really specific to your circumstance in the game. But other than that, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Make sure to click subscribe and that like button if you like the video, dislike if you dislike the video, and hit that bell for future notifications in the future, and pay attention for that other video I will be posting about upcoming content that I believe that is going to be coming to the game based on what we've been hearing. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a good day.